Welcome to Module 1D, Quality Review. By the end of this module, you will understand how to conduct a thorough quality review and be prepared to take the IRS intake, interview, and quality review test. This module is broken down into 4 sections: having things double checked, your 10-point inspection, a recap, and then we'll end with a knowledge check. Let's have things double checked. Quality review is the process of having a second person look over a tax return before it is signed and filed to make sure that the tax return is accurate and complete. All tax returns must be quality reviewed by someone other than the tax return preparer. A quality reviewer must be certified at the level related to the tax issues on the return that is being reviewed. There are no exceptions to 100% quality review. Tax law is complicated, software is tricky, preparers get tired, and taxpayer situations are often confusing. Make sure that someone else looks over every return before the taxpayer leaves. Every return must be reviewed, even if the preparer has a lot of tax experience, even if the tax return is simple, even if the site is really busy, even if waiting for the review is inconvenient for the taxpayer, even if it means that fewer taxpayers can be helped, and even if the preparer is a CPA, enrolled agent, ex-IRS employee, tax attorney, Nobel Prize winner, or even a rocket scientist, every return must be reviewed. It is a tax preparer's responsibility to explain to the taxpayer that a quality reviewer is going to look things over before the return is finished. Organize the intake forms and taxpayer documents for the reviewer. Graciously discuss any changes that need to be made as a result of the review, and you can learn from any errors or omissions that are found by the reviewer. At most traditional VITA sites, the quality review takes place after the return is prepared and software error messages have been resolved. When the reviewer finds an error, the return is reviewed again after the correction is made. Both the taxpayer and preparer are present to review and answer questions. After the review, the taxpayer is reminded that he or she is responsible for the information reported on the tax return. And finally, the taxpayer signs the return after all quality review and discussions are finished. So let's talk about our 10-point inspection. Follow the 10 points below to ensure a good and thorough quality review. 1. Look over the intake sheet and taxpayer documents. 2. Ask any clarifying questions. 3. Make sure that the return reflects the correct filing status, dependents, and qualifying children. 4. Ensure all names and social security numbers are entered exactly as they appear on the social security cards. 5. Ensure that all income was correctly reported. 6. Review any adjustments and deductions claimed. 7. Determine that all proper credits are correctly claimed. 8. Review refund direct deposit information and any balance due payment methods. 9. Carefully and kindly explain any errors and make sure that the correction is made. And 10. Give it all a final once over and answer any preparer or taxpayer questions. In other words, the quality reviewer makes sure that all the pieces fit together, producing a complete and accurate return. Let's recap. Again, here's what you need to remember. Use the intake sheet for every return. Talk to the taxpayer. Know what you're doing. Be sure to stay within your certification level and not to guess. And finally, have everything double checked. You're now ready for the IRS intake, interview, and quality review certification test. This test has 10 questions and you need to get at least 80% to pass. So don't miss out on more than 2. And if you don't pass the first time, you can always take the retest. And if you're worried, there's no need. You took this training and you are ready. Most of the volunteers take their certification tests online via IRS Lincoln Learn, but you can take them via IRS Publication 5101 or Form 6744. So be sure to talk to your volunteer management department or site coordinator to determine the preferred testing method for your organization. And there are some additional resources. We have our short video series on getting things double checked. And up next, Module 2, Filing Status and Dependency.